Welcome into the Desert Vibe podcast. Great to have you along. We've got a really great show planned for you today. I'm Glenn Gardner.
I'm Walt Richardson.
I'm Jamie Ray.
And then the other person who's kind of, no, that way, I guess, is B Graves, who's joining us today. And it's a pleasure to have you here today, B. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey,
And
thanks for having me.
you're sitting there. It looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something. You're in
In a
someone's
grassy
lawn or
hill.
something, or
Oh, the wonders of technology backgrounds.
yeah, yeah, very cool. Anyway, it's great to have you here, and one of the reasons we wanted to have you on is because you've been really instrumental in putting the Levine Folk Festival together and getting it up, getting it running, making it really successful. You started, if I remember right, with maybe just a couple of stages, and so where is the whole thing at right now, as far as Levine goes?
Yeah, so this is our eighth annual event, which is hard to believe. It's eight already. It just seems like we just started it. And before I get started with anything else, I have to give a big shout out to Misty LaSalvia and LaSalvia Dairy for putting the venue together for us. So it's their working dairy farm. They have cows, but they also have goats, chickens, geese,
Yeah.
and 1 year an emu. This year they have giant tortoises
Oh,
with little, a whole bunch of little baby tortoises were just born,
Oh,
so you can probably see those. But the venue is spectacular. It's right up against South Mountain in the village of Laveen. If you're in the Phoenix area and familiar with that, it's near 27th Avenue and Dobbins Road, which is south of Baseline. So it's in the southwest valley, kind of. It's just a gorgeous setting with the mountains and the dairy farm right there. Um, it, like Glenn alluded to, it has grown every year. It seems like we've added another stage practically. We have 5 stages right now. We're hoping to confirm the sixth stage and the placement of it, and if we can get everything situated so that it's beautiful and there's no sound bleed over from other stages. So that's where we are with this right now. For the Levine Folk Festival, we filled up this year quicker than ever. Within 3 weeks, we had filled all the spots that we had open for 5 stages.
so you're
So we
you're
have
locked down already? I mean, you're out of room. You're on a wait list. Is that what you're doing, or?
We have a wait list right now, and if we open up the sixth stage, that will get a lot of people off of the wait list. And then, typically with these festivals, you'll get some people who, for one reason or other, can't make it in the last month or so before it starts. So we'll have some openings up for those people on the wait list, but we have a very good, healthy wait list. I'm not going to discourage anybody from getting on it, but it's pretty healthy right now.
So what about the basic details, the date, and for spectators too, and if someone does want to get on that list, just in case you put a sixth stage up there or whatnot, how do people find you and get info on participating?
Great questions. So the date is Saturday, November 22nd this year. It is always the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so that you can plan that on your calendars. It starts at 9 a.m. and ends by 5 p.m. To It's open and free for anybody to come in. We have food vendors there. We've got merchandise sales, but you're welcome to bring in your own food and beverages if you want. Like I say, it's just a big wide open dairy farm. So feel free to come as you are, to bring the kids. You can bring leashed dogs, but we do ask that they be leashed and well behaved because there are farm animals there. You don't want any negative interactions there.
Can I bring a
But
bucket and just grab some milk while I'm there or something, or
you
churn a
know,
little butter
mm,
maybe,
yeah.
or?
Now people
that'd
are
be
going
a
to
great
hear that
idea.
and think they can do that. You know that, right? They're going to look past right everything and say, Glenn said.
Well, I did spend a lot of time in Wisconsin, so I'm fairly familiar with all facets of the dairying situation.
Maybe, Glenn, in addition to running your own stage, Glenn runs a stage for us every year there. That Hidden Hollow stage is gorgeous, and he has made the most of it. But maybe we'll bring you a cow over there so that you could just milk that cow when you felt like it and just take a sip.
I'm going to milk it for all it's worth.
You can give lessons.
I have a question.
Sure.
Um, are there like a map to the area, and what is parking like?
Really good questions. There is a map. So if you can go to our Facebook page. If you search on Facebook for Levine Folk Festival
Uh-huh.
2025,
Mhm.
you'll get all of that information. You can also email me, and I'll give you my email address here. Get your pens ready or your typing fingers. It is my name, BEA.GRAVES at cox.net. And so if you email me, I'll send you all the information you ever wanted. I'll send you links to everything and send you the map. Parking is a great question. There is on-street parking. There is also parking in the venue itself. And this year we're opening up a little bit more of the in-venue parking. There are some there are a fair number of open spaces that can be used for parking on the venue itself, but you want to be careful because you're going into a working dairy farm with a lot of people. So we'll help guide you, and there'll be signs, etc., for that. But we're trying to open up a little bit more parking this year. But it's a festival. It will get busy. You will have some walking to do. There is walking to do just in the venue itself. It's a large dairy farm, so acres. You will have acres of walking.
That's great. I have a question for you, B. You were talking about the list that you have for the artists. How do you, is it first come, first serve? I know you have a open date when people, fill out their applications. So do you try to get the same people every year, or how do you go about choosing? Because I know many people want to be involved with it, and like you said, you've got a healthy wait list. So how do you go about that?
So we typically have done first come, first serve.
Okay.
We haven't had to do any kind of evaluation. Well, I mean, I take that back. We do some evaluation up front. If it's somebody that I don't know,
Yeah.
I know just about everybody that plays there. But there's some new people want to come in, and maybe some people I don't know. I just kind of vet it over email. For example, we don't have the ability to have a live acoustic drum set on
Hmm.
with any of our groups. It has to be an acoustic. It's generally acoustic, although we do allow keyboards, and we're okay with percussion instruments. Just can't do the full drum set. So those kinds of things I'll vet with people just to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with your band. Can you send me a link to your info and maybe a video or something if I don't
Sure.
know? Yeah, but
Yeah.
generally speaking, I mean, we've got some really good. We've built a good, healthy community around it, and so
Yeah.
we'll take covers or original artists. We have one stage that's set aside just for solo acoustic,
Oh.
acts. So, and those are a lot of the singer-songwriters. They come as very
Hmm.
intimate little stage. So yeah, we've got it all.
Cool. Very good.
Great questions.
I'm
Let's see, and while we're talking about the sound, every stage is amplified and has professional sound people like Glenn running it, and it's all volunteer, by the way. We don't have a budget. We just say, okay, come if you want. Like I mentioned, Misty LaSalvia, she owns the site. She spends months getting it ready. And matter of fact, we will take any volunteers that want to help with sprucing up the place and getting the stages ready. Again, note that email address and let me know if you want to help. And then all of the sound engineers are volunteer. all of the MCs, the musicians themselves. Everything there is free, except, of course, if you want to eat something, you got to pay for the food.
There's food, there's vendors there, food trucks.
Yeah, we typically have either a food trucks or we have a volunteer group who will provide the food and cook it there or have it pre-made and sell it to you. So one way or the other, we have food and drinks
Cool.
there. And it's typically local. Well, obviously, if it's a food truck or if it's something like that, it's a local group that's doing the food.
Right. So, name some of the performers that have been there in the past that have stood out to you.
Yeah, there's some really excellent groups and people that have come in the past, and you guys will all recognize Eric Ramsey.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah,
one of our biggest
yeah.
supporters. Lily Roberts is another, her cowboy jazz. She
Uh-huh.
usually performs every year with us. Um, we've got, well, of course, the very famous three-legged dog, of which I am a small part.
Not so small. Not so small.
We perform there every year. Annie Beach often brings her jam pack groups there. And so if you're not familiar with her groups, those are typically youngsters, although she's got young adults and even adults that play. So she's going to have two groups there this year. Annie Moscow is coming back again this year. George and Georgia, some local
Yeah,
favorites.
yeah,
Oh, I
We've just,
like it.
yeah.
yeah,
Georgia and Georgia are great.
yeah, I mean, we've got some really good people. And what you might not always be aware of is we've got a healthy group of young artists coming up that have been coming every year. And so they're so enthusiastic about this and all the festivals, but they really love our festivals. So there's a group of I call them youngsters. They're college age. They're not that young, but they're young to me.
Call them
Um,
children.
but there's
Understand
a
that
good,
point.
yeah, there's a
I
good group
even do.
yeah, from ASU's music
Oh,
school. They have a pop music program there at ASU downtown now. And so we've got quite a few of those folks that are coming and performing now.
that's good. That's
Cool.
great.
Hey, B, what would you say is the biggest gratification? Because you're putting these events on, and I think everybody who's here right now has done some of this. What do you think people maybe don't know as far as what the challenges are? But on the other end of it, what do you really take from it? What's the big joy for you in doing something like this?
That's a great point. It's there are so many reasons to do this. The camaraderie though of the musical community is just unmatched. We have so many supportive people. And like I mentioned, Eric Ramsey, he's won national awards. He's appeared on all these national things, and he's a wonderful local resource for us. But he will. He volunteers to come in and help do the setup. He does some of the heavy lifting. I mean, all the people that are involved in this are there to make music, to have a good time, and to get to know other people. So it's just a wonderful, kind of like a gathering, of all of the musicians, and you talk to people you haven't seen. You don't know who you're going to run into there. So
Yeah, it's a
absolutely,
musical reunion. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a reunion. Very good.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
run
I
into
like that.
several people that I would rather not have run into, actually. But oh well, you know,
It's a
Turn
just
and go the
festival.
kidding.
other way.
It's a
Just
festival.
kidding. Hey, Levine is great, but B, you're involved in so many other things. There's the series that you and Odie have put together at the North Mountain Trailhead Visitor Center, and that's
Yeah.
on Saturday mornings. And again, that's a labor of love because I know that that there's no money.
Mhm. No, no, no,
Um,
yes.
there's good coffee. There is good coffee, but there's no money.
And it's all
But
volunteer. Yeah.
yeah, but talk a little bit about what do you have going on up there these days?
Yeah, that's another thing that's just been um, just so popular and blown up. The North Mountain Coffee House, North Mountain Visitor Center Coffee House on the third and fourth Saturday mornings of the month. And so that's from 9 to 11 on those Saturday mornings, the third and the fourth of the month. This is a very active center. So you can hike from there. It's got a lot of education about the desert, about rattlesnakes and things like that. And as well as they have the visitor center itself has a lot of gifts for sale or things for sale like paintings and t-shirts and books and rocks. You can get rocks there. So the environment itself is beautiful. And then if you're hiking, all the trails, like you mentioned, the trailheads are there, and you can just walk right out the door and go hike for a little while. This time of year, maybe that's not as attractive, but as it gets cooler, we are also doing a festival in the mountains this year. So some of you might remember that we did a music festival there in years past. And Eric Laubach, who is no longer with us, unfortunately,
Mm.
and Andy Hurlbut's another one who's no longer with us, they were instrumental in getting this thing off the ground in years past. And it was a music festival similar to what Laveen is, but they're at the North Mountain Visitor Center. Well, we haven't done one of those for a couple of years, but we're kind of bringing it back slowly with this fundraiser festival we're doing October 17th through 19th this year. So that's coming up pretty quick. And we've got music Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, I'll give you my email address again here. So if you want more information on that, my email is bea.graves@cox.net. And I can give you all the information. And I'll start creating some events on Facebook for this as well. But just so you know, that's going to be huge. One of the fun things we're doing there this year, we've got all the music going on. We've got silent auction, we've got hikes, we've got activities of all kinds, but we also have a dog costume contest
Oh,
since
I love it.
it's right before Halloween. And so we're going to have a dog costume contest. So it's going to be a great time.
I love that.
I'm looking at the website right now, and I think it's the same one you're talking about. You said October 17th and 18th
And 19th,
and 19th.
17th,
Okay.
18th, and
Okay.
19th.
Okay. Yeah, to the 19th, everything. Yeah, it looks great. The posters look great as far as what they've put together so far.
Yes, yes. You can go to their website, the
Yeah.
North Mountain Visitor Center website, and find all the information as well. And it all benefits the Save Our Mountains Foundation. So it's going to be at North Mountain Visitor Center. All the volunteers from the North Mountain Visitor Center will be working that, as well as the Save Our Mountains Foundation. And again, it's another all volunteer event. And this one's a fundraiser. So
Mm.
get your wallet out for that one and support that vital work that they do in keeping our mountains preserved,
Mm.
so that we don't
Right.
just have houses
Yeah,
all over them.
yeah.
Yeah. So I see something here about a band name, a group, Three-Legged Dog. Is that something that?
Yeah, that might
Well,
be, that's
I,
our band.
uh, uh, but
Oh, yeah.
that was on the 23rd.
So
Of
that was one of
August.
the coffee houses we
Yeah,
played at.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
that's cool.
Coming up in that coffee house, we've got the Sugar Jam Band coming
Okay.
up. And then Sal and his brother,
Pete.
yeah, thank you.
Yep.
All of a sudden that slipped me. Palazzo, they're going to come up this month as well on that. So, and Glenn, I know you just recently performed there.
It's just a blast. I mean, it's a very, very cool place to play. The building itself is really nice, and there was a really nice crowd there. And like I said, there's all kinds of coffee and
What time
snacky kind of stuff.
what time does it go? What time is
It's
it?
9 to 11
9 to
a.m.
11
for the coffee house on Saturday
on
mornings,
Saturday
the third
mornings.
and fourth Saturday, 9 to 11.
Okay.
But the festival in the mountains will start at Saturday and Sunday starts at 9, goes till 7. Friday, it doesn't start till 4 in the afternoon, 4 to 8.
Okay. I have two questions.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, um, I would like to know what instruments you play. And the
Mm.
other is what other careers have you had? Is music been the only thing or what's been going on with you?
Well, thank you for asking. I um, I'm kind of I have a multi-instrumentalist syndrome, whereas if I see a new instrument that I like, I just grab it and try to play it. So I started off as a pianist when I was just 10. I wasn't much of a pianist then, but I started out with the piano. I fell in love with the cello at a very early
Mm.
age. And since I could play cello, by the time I got into high school, they said, well, you play cello, you can play bass, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I'll play bass. So I started playing bass then. I picked up guitar when our orchestra director in high school retired, and we got a guitar player as our teacher. So he taught us all guitar. So I knew a little bit of guitar and a little bit of accordion. I picked up the jug and the musical saw along the way, as it goes. But that has all just been hobbies for me. I always thought it would be too hard to try to make music for my living. So I've had many careers. Most recently, I am retiring in just another 3 weeks, 2 days, and 7 hours
Oh, she got to
from.
count it down. Oh, she's not looking forward to this at
She's not.
all. No, not at all.
I've been doing technology and information security risk management for about 20, 25 years now. So I'm
Oh,
happy to set that aside and do more music. I'm also a volleyball player because you got to stay fit as well as
oh,
physically
cool.
as well as mentally. So I play sand doubles volleyball in the Valley. And if you're interested in that, I can hook you up with any kind of a group you want to play sand volleyball. And then along the way, my husband and I have raised 10 kids. So
Oh
we've
my God.
Run that back. Run that back.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
10
Wait a
kids.
minute.
What you left that last. That should have
Yes,
been
you
up
did.
front.
That's the
Because
biggest job you've had.
no, you can't retire from that one.
no,
No.
who would want to? That's the best job
I know.
ever. So
So
yeah,
are
yeah.
they in the valley, all the kids? Or
Now we've got grown kids now, and now we have 15 grandkids scattered
right.
around.
Wow.
So they've kind of moved in and out and around, but
Yeah,
most of them are still around the valley. So I get to see them. But when I retire, I'm going to go visit everybody.
right. That's
Excellent.
great. That's great. How many boys, how many girls in the family?
So, with our family, we had four of our own initially, two boys and two girls. And then a few years later, like maybe 16 years later, we found out about some relatives, some nieces and nephews that were having home problems. And so we adopted six of those. And of those six, five were girls and one was a boy. So we ended up
Wow.
total with seven girls and three boys.
Hmm.
And then our grandkids are the opposite of the 15, 12 are boys and three are
Oh,
girls. So
Wow. Wow.
a
that's
good mix.
great. Great.
That's
Between that and all the music, when do you sleep?
right.
Is there any downtime? Because I know you're doing the Beacon Church thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of everything
Nice.
else, Odie and B are doing a gospel jam at the Beacon facility out in Glendale. And what is that every other week or?
The third Sunday of the month, we do a gospel jam there. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And yeah.
I, I get the feeling like on the music side of things, you just needed a manager and you could have been making a lot of money.
Yeah. And with all
You
those
got,
kids, you could have had a whole group.
you had a whole group. You got roadies, you got built-in roadies
Like the
stuff.
Partridge Family, only
Yeah.
good.
That's
That's
great. That's
awesome.
great. And are you from Arizona?
I was not born here, but we moved here when I was 2, so I don't know anything
Oh,
else. And
From
I
where?
love it here. I love the heat. I love the valley.
From where? Where did you move here from?
I was born in Georgia. My dad was in the army
Mm.
there,
Oh, okay.
and he got out shortly after I was born. And then we kind of moved around the South and up through Ohio and then to here. So,
Okay.
but again, I don't really remember any of that stuff. I just knew Phoenix is my home.
Right. Right.
Wow, cool.
That's cool.
Well, man, you
Good
have
stuff.
certainly had an amazing impact down here and continue to do so because that is a whole lot of plates spinning
Yeah,
while
It
you've
is.
still got 3 weeks, 4 days, 17 hours, 2 minutes, and 22 seconds left
and counting.
of still working or
Not
whatever.
counting.
Yeah,
Um, but I have found the same thing to be true as what you've mentioned is our community here is really, really solid. And I've actually moved around a lot, and I've had the experience of experiencing many different music communities in lots of different places. And by far, this is without a doubt the best one I've ever been associated with.
mm,
Um, and
Oh,
it's what we're talking about here. It's just that feeling of you put a stage up somewhere and someone takes the initiative and does that, and people show up and pitch in and off and running it goes. It's not like it's on autopilot or anything, but I have always found when you beat the tom toms around here, people respond generally.
yeah, you've
yeah,
done a
for sure.
great job, Glenn. I have to give a shout out to Glenn because Glenn has started uh, and found more venues for us to play in and started more weekly series or open mics or everything that Glenn has touched has become really big and popular. So you've done an amazing
True.
job locally.
Well, I appreciate that, B, but there is a list of places that literally I put out of business. Remember the Willow House?
Oh yeah, oh
I did the
yeah.
last open mic there. FBI was this barbecue place in Scottsdale, if you guys
Mm,
remember
gosh.
that. I did
I
the
remember
last
the
open mic
Willow.
there. They closed about a week later. The Wandering Donkey up in North
Ah,
Scottsdale. I've got, I mean, we like to talk about the successes, but, a couple of them have slipped into obscurity.
I don't
But
remember. I don't know if you remember the warehouse in Tempe. Back in the day, there was this place called the Warehouse. It was called Panini's before it was called the Warehouse, and it was across the street from Chuck Box. And that was one of the first places that I started playing in the late 70s. And it was just,
1970s?
yeah,
Oh,
19,
okay. Checking.
1870s.
I just checking.
And I, oh man, it was an interesting gig, let's put it that way. And it was like a deli. They had barrels that you would sit at, the barrel top tables and things of this nature, and sawdust everywhere. And it was a drinking establishment, so there's a lot of beer and frat and sorority and stuff like that because it's right there on the campus, right? And I got a gig there, and one night the manager says to me, he says, "Hey man, we want to kind of close early tonight, so we would like for you not to do an encore." And I said, "Okay," but I got in there, and as it would happen, the people would come in there and just get wild and crazy. And I had a couple of songs that were the closers of my night and everything, and I'm glad I got them out of the repertoire because I got branded with those things. One of them was Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road. And people felt like they didn't hear my show was not complete unless I sang that tune. Okay. So I got called back on stage and I went and did the encore and everything and still hadn't sang that song. So you could, I would stand up on the tables and get on those barrel tables and, go from one to the other, just playing the tune and everything, and did that at night. So I got called into the back kitchen there, uh, as I was getting paid. And he says, I'm going to have to fire you. I'm going to have to let you go. I said, why? He says, you are usurping my power.
Mm.
I said,
Oh,
okay. So I left. And
Um,
then word got out in the community. And Hans Olsen, would play a gig there every now and then. And like I said, this place was on the, and he started a rumor around Tempe. Walt Richardson got fired from the worst gig in Tempe. So I'm walking through there, going to Miguel's Music Center because it was right next door. And the owner of the place was in his office, and he saw me walk by the window. And he said, he called me out. He ran out and called me in. Hey, Walt, come in, sit down, sit down, sit down. So we're sitting there talking. He goes, hey, haven't seen you on the list playing here. What happened? I said, I got fired. He said, what? I said, I got fired. He said, give me the calendar. He said, okay, I want you to play here. I want you here and here and here. It's so funny. I got
oh
fired
my
and hired from
gosh.
the worst gig in
Insane.
town. And
And you're still here.
I'm
Yeah,
still here.
They're not.
I know,
that's
that's
right.
right.
That's right. That's what I was just thinking.
Something to
Oh
be
my
said for
God.
survivors, you know?
Oh my God. That guy owned so much of the property around there. He was very smart. And we became great, great, great friends over the years. We were always friends. He just didn't know that I had usurped his manager's power that one.
And it was all over Dead Skunk in the Middle of the road.
Yeah, buddy.
I
Dead
haven't heard
skunk
you
in the
play
middle of
that
it.
since. Maybe if you stop out at Laveen, that can be
No.
your encore out
Right?
there or something, you
It
know?
might be it might be an accident report driving out to the thing.
Well, do you guys have anything else for Ms. B, or want to wrap this one up?
Well, I would just like to say thank you for being on the show today. Thank you for everything that you are doing in the community. We've crossed paths a few times, and at time, and I really look forward to being able to cross paths with you even more. I'm very interested in getting out there to the festival and performing one of these years. It's always been something coming up at the last minute for me, but we did get close. We
Yeah,
got
last year we were
close.
close.
We were so close. And so this year oh man, it's already booked up. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what
Well,
happens.
actually, I mean, there's always ways to make room. So let me talk to you, Walt, and see if you're free.
Okay.
We can make room for
I
Walt
see what the
Richardson.
wheels are turning. B's like if I kick
Oh,
Glenn
yes.
off,
Yeah.
I
If I
can
put
give Walt his slot.
right,
And
Oh,
right.
absolutely.
If I put up a stage number 6,
we're all
Maybe
gonna
you
hear
just
Dead
need,
Skunk.
yeah,
right?
Oh, yeah.
you just need to get one more stage and just give it to Walt, and then
There we
Oh,
that's,
that's
hey,
that's
the
all
okay.
you
Walt
need.
Okay.
Richardson stage.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay, we can talk
Perfect.
like that.
Well,
You
I
B,
love
know,
it.
B,
Thank you.
thank you so
I just
much for
want to
joining
thank you
us.
too. Yeah, it's really great to see you again, and I really enjoyed learning more about you. I met you a couple years ago, but I've learned so much now, and I'm really excited to get to know you more after this also. And I'm glad to know the date doesn't change for this because I keep wanting to get to that festival. And now that I know it's the weekend before Thanksgiving, I won't book anything next year. I will be there next year to see this because I really want to get
Perfect.
out there and see it.
Perfect. Thank you all too. This has been a great discussion, and I look forward to seeing you all at the festival, I hope, this year.
You
And
will.
hopefully see you at one of the open mic nights down in Tempe
Yeah.
at the
It's
Walk-In
Yeah.
okay
Wednesday
too.
again. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, I
thanks,
got to get
B.
down there.
yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate you coming by. Say hi to Odie and welcome to the retirement club. It's a good club. Yeah.
It's
Thank you
fun,
all so
but
See you,
much.
B.
take care.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, that was great. Always
Oh, I
nice
love her.
to have B drop by, and I mean, can you believe how busy she is?
My
It
God.
is just like whoa,
I'm
and that
blown
was
Well,
only
away.
part of it.
it's amazing to me how when you look at people's lives in general, and there are those who just seem that they can't find time to do anything.
Mm.
And then there's those that are just busy, and then you get a chat like we just did here and get a chance to hear what she's doing. I had no idea about the 10 kids. Okay. Um, that part, I mean, I kept hearing all of the other shows and events and things that she does for free. Um, and then on top of that, has had a whole career. I kind of like seeming like on the technical side of things,
Yep.
and and a marriage, and then it all falls into place when she said her father was in the army, and I go,
Yeah.
ah, there it is. I'm a military brat too, so I understand that. Let's get her done.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Hey, let's get it done, baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I,
great,
I was
great.
blown away because when I first met her, I thought she was already retired and playing music. I met her at an open mic at the Chill Room, and I've talked to her about this folk festival several times, and I thought that's all she I did. I thought that was like her big thing, and I had no idea. She's amazing. She's
Yeah,
even more amazing than I thought she was. Incredible.
And a great musician to boot.
Yes,
volleyball,
she is.
volleyball.
Oh,
And
that
she
blew
What?
she
my
didn't tell.
mind.
She actually
Are
goes
you
all
kidding?
over the world playing volleyball.
No way.
No
Oh yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. Like Australia and yeah, yeah. You
Oh
know,
my gosh, I love her. I have to get to know her even better. She's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, okay, so
appreciate her
she's
time.
pretty she has to be very fit in order to be
Yeah.
doing that and
Sand
traveling at the
volleyball.
same time.
Sand.
Yeah,
And
like
Yeah.
me,
so
like me.
she has I said fit, not fit in a chair.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh my God.
Misunderstood.
This is
Misunderstood.
You fit
too
in the
much,
chair really well.
too much.
You can fit in a
That's too
chair
much.
at a volleyball
I could. I'd have trouble
event.
getting out of it, but I can fit in it.
Oh
Oh,
my
This is
gosh.
I'm,
coming from the new hip club over here, up in the top rung of
hey
people,
man, I'm telling you,
right?
I'm in the hip generation, baby.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
these
it's
Hippie
people
bionic.
brings it. Hippie is a whole new meaning now.
exactly, and it refers to the same group of people that were hippies at one
Right,
point in time. Now,
right, right. Now we got the
you can be a
titanium to
hippie
prove
or a
it.
hippie or a
Yeah,
hippie.
Mm,
yeah. Well, man, there is a
mm.
lot of stuff going on these days because we're getting into the season now where summer is,
Yep.
I think, starting to wane a little bit, but
I've noticed a difference.
a little difference.
Oh man, I
You
noticed it.
know,
Yeah.
windows are open in the
Beautiful.
morning up here, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
nice. You know.
it is nice. Well, this
But
is our
what do you got?
season.
What do you got, Walt? What's happening in down in
Well,
your corner of the world down
well,
there?
I'm gonna use Jamie Ray's term. What's hot and happening, and I still there's the event that's taking place at the Mesa Art Center on the 27th. I think I said it was, yeah, 27th of September. It's a Bob Marley um, experience, and the proceeds of that, it's a fundraiser for KRDP Radio, which is the station that I have been associated with for a long time, and have a radio show on it. And all the information is on KRDP's website. That would be Desert Soul Media, and you can find out everything that's going on in the valley, especially in the black community. There's medical information there, resources in that vein. But the event itself is going to be really nice. Uh, Gabriel Bay is one of the musicians that is helping organize it, and he's been a force in the valley and a force nationally musically. And so that's why I'm completely in support of this. Originally, I was going to be on there, but I have to be in Florida that same day. So I haven't worked out the teleportation thing yet, where I can be in multiple places at once
Well,
if I
we kind of
could.
got a beat on it right here, but
I know if I could, I'd do that. And then the other thing that's happening, that's hot and happening, is on Saturday. over there at the North Mountain Brewing Company where
Well, half of it'll be
Glenn,
hot. The other half will be
Glenn and
whatever the hell it
myself will
is.
be performing. I did put an invitation out to Hannes to come sit in on a
Nice.
couple of tunes. We'll see what's happening. Hopefully he gets there. That's 3 to 5.
Yep.
Am I saying that right? Yeah,
Yep.
at North Mountain
Over in
Brewery.
Sunny Slope there.
Oh yeah, and nice place. It packs up fast in there,
It does.
and so get
Particularly
in
when
there.
someone other than me plays there.
You need to stop talking like that.
Yeah, you do. See,
Well,
Walt's gonna
actually,
get on you.
well, I'm not going to get on them that much because it's true, but I'm just
Right.
saying while we're on the
See?
show, while
Lord.
we're doing the
Ooh.
Oh no, no.
Ouch.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. No, I in getting to know Glenn and going to his place a couple of times and sitting there and listening to his story of his journey through music, it's absolutely amazing. And I don't
Mm.
think anybody gets an idea of how much this man has accomplished, and especially in radio. So when I asked him, I said, "Hey, listen, I got this idea for a podcast." He said, "Let's just do it." And here we are today.
Here
Doing
we
it.
are.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the event on Saturday, and then I've got some others downrange, but I'll get to them later because I know Jamie Ray has some things that are hot and happening in the valley over her side of town. Jamie,
I do, I do, I do. Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
And let me school you on that line there. This is the Valley vibes that I'm bringing you. I'm bringing
Okay,
you Valley
valley
vibes.
vibes.
So I want to talk to you guys about some cool event that we've got out here in Pinell County coming up October. I want to get the date right. October 4th. It's October 4th. It's going to be from 3 to 9. It's out in Florence. Um, 3 to 9 out in Florence on the multi-purpose field. That's 174 West First Street in Florence. Sister Hazel is going to be the headlining act.
Cool.
And it's a free show, free event for the 150th birthday party for Pinell County.
Oh,
So it's going to be really cool, all ages. There's going to be live music. The Blindsiders are going to be there. So
good, good.
we're
What
Nice.
going to
time do
be
you guys?
opening up. Yeah, they're going to be opening up for the Sister Hazel along with there's 5 other acts. I wish I had all the names here. I should have been more prepared. But you can go on the Pinell County website and get all the information. There's going to be food vendors there. There's a kid zone, an adult zone, lots of activities, and it's from 3 to 9, and it's going to be so much fun. And Sister Hazel, it's a good act to see. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then there's other God, I should have wrote the names down. Next week I'll have all the names of all the bands because there's like 5 acts from the valley and it's just going to be really good, really cool and a lot of fun. And we've got the Windmill Winery out here too. They have a great event this weekend. Um and it's called Just Enough Sacks. And
Is
it's
there a
at the
little double
Windmill Winery.
entendre happening there, or am
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah,
off?
I don't plan them. I just talk about them. But it's really cool. The Windmill Winery is a great place. They've got private events. They have weddings there. They've got wine tastings, and the Blindsiders are playing there this year too. We've got 8 gigs coming up there this year. So, but this weekend, Just Enough Sax is there, and it's really cool. So if you're in the Florence area or want to come out to Florence, you can go to their website too and find out all their events and everything coming up for that.
That's a nice venue. I've done some
Oh,
weddings out
beautiful.
there. It's
Yeah,
really, really nice.
I've
it
been to the
really
Indoors
is.
and
prison.
out
Does that count?
in
It can.
indoors indoors and outdoors in that area. That's
Yeah, it
landscaped
is.
really well. Yeah.
It is. It's gorgeous. They've got a nice place there. And Schneff Farms is coming up. October is their pumpkin and chili party. They've got it all month. Tickets are on sale. I don't think they're sold out. But that's great. And guess who's playing there in October every Friday night? It's
Blindsiders.
Schneff Farms, the
That's
Blindsiders.
that's
So
good.
come
Hey.
on out and see us. They do have a lot of other acts that play there, and they've got a lot of events going on there. Carrie Schneff does a great job. Her and Mark,
Yeah.
they've got so much going on out there. More than just the pumpkin and chili party, but that's
Those
their
are
big thing in October.
Carrie would be a good person to have on here
I
because
I've
she
already
has put
yeah
on you put okay, yeah.
yeah I've talked to her about it. She's going to get back to me. I'd love to have Carrie on here. She is great. She might
Yeah.
take over the show,
Well,
but
she's done broadcasting. She's done
I
TV
know.
broadcasting. Yeah. So,
I know. She'll take over, but she's amazing and she's got stuff going on out there that's just fantastic. So
yeah.
Schneff Farms in Queen Creek in October. And I just want to bring it back to Tempe and Walt. I'm going to interview today.
Okay.
I'm going to interview you because I want to talk about Electric Pickle. I love that venue. And I know when I say that, everybody's going to think, oh, it's just pickleball. And it does have
Oh,
pickleball courts.
yeah.
But the cool thing about Electric Pickle, it's gone beyond that. It's a great hangout. It's become an entertainment venue. They've got food, drinks, games. But the part I love about it is the music.
Yeah.
They've got a stage lawn area now. I don't know. I know you've played there. I don't know if that's where you played, but they've got a lawn. You can get acoustic duos, full bands, tribute bands, theme nights on Wednesdays. They have a country night on Wednesdays with weekend lineups coming on. So it's a great vibe. You can go play pickleball. You can listen to music. You can eat. The food is amazing too. I don't know if
And
you ate there.
yeah,
Amazing.
I have eaten there, and I think there's a dog park there as well.
Yeah, I think there. I think
Yeah.
there is. I think dogs are allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs are allowed. Yeah.
So with that said, since you've seen it in action,
Yeah.
what was your first impression when you were
I
at the Electric Pickle?
I was just blown away by it. It
Right.
was
Yeah.
just it was like out of this world in a way, but it fit
Yeah.
right in the location where it is. Some
It
venues
does.
they're too gaudy or too something, but
Mm-hmm.
this one's real thought out very well, and there's layers to it. You
Yeah.
have the ground level, and then you have an upper deck that has an outer deck that goes all the way around the venue. This was nice little view of the valley and or the mountains and things of that nature. Uh, Also, they have uh, a DJ uh,
Mm-hmm.
setup that can be
Yeah.
moved around to any part of the valley. Now, when you go upstairs, they have these 3D sports areas where you can golf or throw footballs or pitch
Yeah.
into these like
So cool.
tent areas. Really cool. And it can
Yeah.
hold a lot of people. And they get pretty packed in there.
Yeah, and I like their venue setup because I mean you can literally be out there playing pickleball. You don't even know what's going on in the
Exactly.
building. And then
Exactly.
they've got the outdoor
Yeah.
area where you can
Yeah.
go eat and
You
just
know
so
that
cool.
here's something that is really cool about a venue in the Phoenix area. If it has on-site parking,
Mm-hmm.
it's so much easier getting into the gigs as opposed to parking garage. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
knock the parking garage idea
Yeah.
because it does work, but that
Yeah.
on-site parking, it just seems to bring more people
It
out
makes a difference.
because yeah, it just makes a difference. So they do
Yeah.
have that, and they're kind of like on the border of Tempe, or they're more in is it Chandler?
Yeah, I think it's the border, but their address is Tempe.
Okay, so yeah, so that makes South Tempe.
Yeah.
And to have on-site parking in Tempe is really a incredible thing
Oh
because
yeah.
Tempe itself is landlocked.
Yeah.
It cannot spread
Yeah.
out any further. It has to
No.
grow up.
And I like
So
to take up two spaces myself. Park at a little
You're walking
angle,
in you're walking into
he's
something
he's
there,
walking
Dan.
angle
into
in a
something.
little
I am
bit,
not going to say this.
I like
I'm
that
not gonna
on-site
say it. I
parking. I
know.
love it.
Not at the
I'm that
closing.
person.
Hey, dude, you got handicap parking, so
I've got mentally handicapped parking is what I got. It's a whole
Oh
separate
man.
category.
Well, thanks,
Anyway,
Walt. I
that's not
appreciate
so.
you
So,
answering
where is
those
this
questions
place?
for me.
What street is this
Um,
on?
you
it's
know what? I had
it's
that
off of
address.
Warner. I think
Yeah.
it's Warner and the freeway.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
over there
Okay.
by Guitar Center.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I know where that is.
yeah. And I guess the Guitar Center is on Emerald, so I
That
guess
sounds
that's the
about right.
street that yeah,
Yeah,
it's on Emerald, which is
yeah.
yeah, it's a cool place.
It is. It's really cool. And I appreciate you answering those questions for me because I've been there, but I haven't performed there yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well,
But
there's a woman that does the booking there. She was the same one who did the booking for the Sail In when it was around, and she also helped book Cactus Jacks. So I can get you that information.
Yeah, I'd love that because I'd love to play there. I think it's a great venue, and I think it looks it's a lot of fun.
Yep, yep.
A lot of fun.
I'll
Well,
play
that
there if
does
they
it
give
for
me two
me.
parking spaces.
You got
Well, I bet Walt can make that happen. I bet he can make that
Otherwise,
happen.
not interested.
it. I can make it happen for
I
you.
bet you could. That's awesome. Great stuff.
Yeah, that does it for
So,
me. But I do want to say just one thing. Sorry, Glenn. I just want to just everybody to remember what today actually is. Today
Yeah,
is the anniversary of September 11th.
yeah,
And today, we need to honor the lives lost and heroes who stepped forward and the resilience of our
yeah.
nation and just
Right.
carry forward, what they've done for us and what happened there and have compassion for that because it was
Exactly.
I hate calling it an anniversary, but I've got the background on it right here. That's what my backdrop is today for September 11th. So just remember those people and it touched the lives of everybody, even if you didn't have someone there. That was a huge event here and it needs to be, thought about and remembered and honored.
Yeah. And thank
good
you for
point.
mentioning that because you're absolutely spot on that for all of us living here in
Yeah,
America and people around the world who
right.
witness it as well. And
Yeah.
even as America is going through its shadow work and darkest of times, we always emerge out of it with
Yeah,
a
for
greater
sure.
understanding. And that's why we go through these spaces. And so, thank you for remembering that.
And
And
I'm glad you mentioned the world because, and I might get some slack for this, but it did affect us as a nation because it happened right here. But that affected the world.
yeah,
It affected just human life all
yeah,
over.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it was a tragic, and it needs to be remembered and honored and thought about. And
yep, yep,
Absolutely. It's
absolutely.
one of those, you know exactly where you were and what you were doing
yeah,
Yep. And
yep,
there was
and all
two
that
events
stuff.
like that in my life. One was when Kennedy got shot,
Yep.
and the next one was this one here.
Yeah.
Yep.
yep, for sure.
Let's not have
Also,
another one.
yep.
No.
No.
Well, I'm going to just talk about a couple things real quick that are what heavy breathing, is that what we're calling this, or hot and heavy breathing or
Something's wrong
something
with
like
him.
that.
Something's wrong with him.
Glenn, what
What?
was in your drink today?
I had a COVID shot
Oh,
yesterday.
that's right. That's
That's
what's
what it is.
wrong. Now you just opened a can of worms
Is
there.
I know. Well, whatever. Anyway, so there's actually a fair amount happening up here in the North Valley and
Good.
in Midtown and stuff like that. A lot of great stuff actually. Showcase at North Mountain Brewing is every Saturday, and that's going to give people a chance who come through the open mics the ability to play a 40-minute set, get paid a little bit for it, and get some stage
Hmm.
experience. And I just think that's severely lacking as an option for a lot of people in the current environment. And the folks at North Mountain Brewing Company were kind enough to be receptive. And without the kind of music community we have here, there is no way we could have put something like that together. And we've got that thing booked now out through November, I think.
Wow.
And it's really not so much for established people because established people are established,
Yeah.
and there are generally gigs for for those folks. But it's kind of the people who are either younger or in the middle or um, you know
Just starting.
just starting or just want that stage experience. I mean, for those of
Mm.
us who've been on stage a lot, either in front of cameras or microphones or just performance in bands, whatever. And Walt, you've toured the country. Jay Murray, you know, you've put all kinds of stuff together. But there are people out there, and I remind people sometimes too who are either putting open mics together or events kind of like this, that for many of those people, that is going to be the absolute pinnacle of what they do musically.
Mm.
And to
Yeah.
make that experience for them as meaningful as possible. And I think, Walt, you do a great job of that on Wednesdays.
Well, thank you.
Because, these people are playing in a venue that realistically they probably would not have the opportunity
Hmm.
to play
Hmm.
in.
Hmm.
For sure.
And to be able to do that on a Wednesday night in a listening room kind of setting where the focus is really on what's going on stage, um, and you watch their faces, and I'm not talking about the necessarily the quality of the act, because that's not what it's about. It's about the experience, and it's about making people feel good,
Hmm.
Hmm.
um, and that's kind of infectious.
Yeah.
And that's what this series is going to be about, is giving some people this experience that probably otherwise they wouldn't have. And there's a lot of that goes on in the valley, which is great. And speaking of that, every once in a while I like to go to an open mic that I just haven't been to. And
Mm.
it's not about playing, because the three of us here, we play a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
In all situations, but I love to experience something that I haven't experienced before and say,
Right.
okay, what's the vibe at this place and whatnot. So last Friday night, I was tied up at the chill room for the past couple of years, but I decided to move along there, and that is an awesome open mic down there. It's just what an experience that's been, and I'm going to go back down there and visit that one again as a participant, which I can't wait to do. But I went on a Friday. I went to a place called Cactus Cloud Coffee, which is downtown, actually, downtown, like Roosevelt and Seventh or something like
Mm.
that. I mean, really, right downtown. And it's interesting when you visit different parts of the city. The vibe
Yeah.
is always different. I mean, we are
Always.
we are
Yeah,
a,
for
we are an
sure.
area of 4.5 million people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So you can go out to Electric Pickle and you're going to experience one thing, and you can go up to Tempe Center for the Arts and you're going to experience another thing,
Hmm.
and you go downtown and the experience is really different. And I'm not saying it's not in a bad way. It's just I would say it's a bit more eclectic,
Yeah.
younger. Um, and I just found it really, really refreshing. And the people there were very, very nice. And you know this person, Walton. You might know him too, Jean Marie. Marika,
Yeah.
she's the
Marika.
host
Oh, good, because
of that open
Yeah.
mic.
she was there last
Yeah,
night.
she was at Tempe last
She's the
Yeah.
night.
host there?
Yeah, she is the host
Awesome.
there,
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
and it's a neat.
Cool.
It's just a small performance space, but it is a dedicated performance space.
Cool.
They've got a small stage, and she does a really nice job with the sound. So that's like Friday nights. I think sign up is at 6:30. They start at 7. And if you want to experience something different, just do that every once in a while. It would be my advice. Just go to a different part of the city.
Yeah.
I've experienced that too when I go out, like way out into Mesa or something like that. I'm like, huh, this is a
Yeah.
very different vibe than
Yeah.
Tempe
Right.
or Florence or
Yeah.
So I
They
just
are.
think we're
Yeah.
fortunate. So Cactus Cloud Coffee, really, really neat place and nice people, and they're doing it weekly, and I hope they can keep that ball rolling. So the other thing that's going on out in Glendale, Coyote Odie's, which is like a cookies and ice cream and some food and things like that. They've been running an open mic there now for probably 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, and they're in the middle of some renovations, and they're blowing some walls out, and they're going to be doing, I
Wow.
think, some more music based stuff, and that'll be another opportunity kind of in the far west valley. They're in downtown Glendale, and Glendale is interesting because there's this big push pull in Glendale, where a lot of people picture Glendale as the area around the stadium and Westgate and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And make no mistake, there's a lot going on over there. But again, that's a very different vibe than what happens in downtown Glendale.
Hmm.
Um,
It is.
and again, I think that's a strength. That's not a weakness. That's just
Hmm.
part of the diversity of what we get to experience musically around here.
Exactly.
Um, but when you start getting out there towards Sun City and Surprise, and these areas are exploding right now
Yeah, they are.
as far as growth goes. You see different people, and part of the joy of being retired from at least, 9 to 5 kind of stuff. I still love, doing a lot of music, is that I try to make time to go to different areas and check out different things that are happening, because the experience is pretty cool. So
Right.
Mhm.
so any of these places that we're talking about today are just great places to to get a different experience. I mean, another place is like the dark side,
Yeah.
down in Tempe.
Yeah.
Totally different vibe there
Yes, indeed.
than like Center for the Arts or Chill Room. But I like it. It's funky, and it's eclectic, and cool. And Amy does a really nice job running that thing. So just no shortage of things to do and to talk about, and that's kind of what we had envisioned when we all put this podcast concept together, was
Yeah.
being able to
Mhm.
share some of this information on what's going on. And as we get a little bit more water under the bridge here, I'd love to bring maybe some people from Flag in, or Tucson, as we
Oh yeah,
as we
definitely.
get our land legs here.
Yeah, for
There's a
Definitely.
sure.
ton going on over there too.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just scratching the surface.
that's
Yeah,
it.
for
And
sure.
even at doing that, I think we've had some very interesting and informative guests so far.
Yeah,
We
and
have.
more
And
to come.
we haven't, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot more to come.
More
Yeah.
to come. We got ideas.
Yeah,
They're not all
for
good,
sure.
but they're ideas.
There are ideas.
Ideas
Well,
are good.
this has really been a blast. Thanks everybody for joining us today.
Yeah.
We
Thank
will
you.
put
Yeah.
another podcast out next week. This is the Desert Vibe. I am Glenn Gardner.
I'm Walt Richardson.
I'm Jamie Ray. Dream big, sing loud, and remember the chase is always worth it.
And I'm
Much
always say
love.
this. Let's give peace a chance.
Yes, absolutely. Always.